Can you tell me your full name?
Lester R. Kitzmiller.
What's R stand for?
Ray.
When were you born?
A long time ago. 10/20/34.
What are your parents' names?
Harold and Mary Kitzmiller.
How many siblings did you have?
I don't know.
You
Just
don't
one.
know.
Just one.
What was her name?
Jean.
And
Elizabeth Jean.
Elizabeth Jean. And where did you grow up? What town?
Actually, it was in the country.
Okay.
No, it was a Newburgh address, but no town.
Okay. If you were to tell your 16-year-old self something, what would it be?
If I were to tell my 16-year-old self something, what would it be? Study harder when I went to school.
Why is that?
Because I didn't. I didn't study.
You didn't study. What grade did you finish?
12.
12th grade. What did you do in school? What was your favorite thing in school?
Recess.
Recess. Did you play baseball, softball?
I came out one year for baseball and made the team, but the coach never gave us a uniform because I think we were just there in case somebody quit. And we were there to fill in, so we quit. And I've come out for football one year, and about a week after that, I stuck my hand in the table saw. That was it.
Did you chop a finger?
No, it was in the knuckle.
Oh, okay. Are you good? Grandma,
Yep.
what's your full name?
Edith Delores Kitzmiller.
What's your birthday?
April the 4th, 1936.
What are your parents' names?
Mildred and Frank Rotz.
How many siblings did you have?
Have to count them.
You want to name them? How don't you name them?
One's living in all, or
Yeah,
dead.
everybody, all of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
Minerva Culberson, Melvin Rotz, Dana Rotz, Rose Bender, Helen Burkholder, Mildred Dale, and
And
me.
you, so 7.
Is that how many it is?
That's 7. That's what I have always known. 7 of you. And where did you guys all grow up?
Newburgh.
Newburgh. If you were to tell your 16-year-old self something, what would you tell yourself? You could look back and tell yourself as a teenager something.
Oh, gee, I don't know. I guess be patient with life and get married right after school.
Didn't you do that?
She did that.
Didn't you do that? All right. Well, speaking of, how did you guys meet?
Who are you asking?
Both of you.
Oh.
How did you guys meet? Was it
On
in
a school bus?
Yep, probably.
school bus?
On the square in Newburgh.
Where'd you go on your first date?
Or we were to go to a birthday party, weren't we?
Yeah.
You were
At my
supposed-
friend's birthday party.
So that's where you hung out your first time.
Mm-hmm.
So then how long till you'd say you were dating?
The next day.
And the rest is history?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Had you dated other people before that?
I never did, he did.
No?
I had a couple friends, but that was
That was it?
immaterial.
Well, here's your first photo.
First photo.
That's a good one.
Yeah. You want to tell us about that day?
This day,
Your wedding day?
well, it was probably July the 7th, 1954. In the Newburgh First Church of God, that is no longer there. There was a large attendance. There's my dad and mother, my granddad, and her mother.
That was it.
That was it, I think.
So did you just show up at the church, get married, and go home?
No, we went clear to the big city of Hagerstown. My aunt lived over there, so we sort of spent the night. Then the next day we went to see her, and then we come home.
And where was home at that time?
Up here at well, I don't know what the number of the house is now.
Is it 150?
Could be 150.
At your parents. And how
Yep.
long did you live there? Till you built this place.
Well, it's a good year probably. I was 54 and we built this in 55.
Mm-hmm.
And then, when were you in the service?
52 to 54.
Okay.
55. Oh, wait. Yeah, around there. It was 3 years total. I don't know what year.
So like kind of right around when you got married.
Around there, yeah.
Yeah. So then, my next question is, Pat, what's your favorite thing about Grandma? Your favorite thing?
Or things.
Or things. You can have
Or things.
multiple.
My favorite thing about my wife.
Mm-hmm.
Her patience, her love for me, her loyalty. She's been loyal all these years. I could go on a few more, but yeah.
Grandma, what's your favorite thing about Pat?
He's a good cook.
He's a good cook.
Oh boy.
All right.
He's kind of taken over the cooking
Well, that's okay.
and the cleaning.
Well, that's all right. What is one thing you guys have learned from each other while being married?
Well, mine's pretty much the same old line that you always hear.
Okay.
When she says, do something, you say, yes, dear.
What do you think the most important thing is for a successful marriage? How have you guys made it this long?
How did we make it this long?
How long's it been?
See, she's already lost count.
Well,
How long have you been married for?
67.
67 years.
Yeah. Probably some of those things Pat said.
What was the question again? What?
What do you believe is the most important thing for a successful marriage? I know some of our questions are tricky.
Love each other unconditionally and put your faith and your trust in God.
And never go to bed angry.
Yep.
Okay. I have another picture.
Sometimes
for
it got pretty late, but we went to bed.
So this one's a fun one for Grandma that I found. So, I've heard stories that you might have survived a bank robbery.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Can you tell us about that?
All I know is we went to go in the bank and the window was open. We got in there, we found out we were robbed. In at West Orange Street. I don't think they ever found the robber.
What about the time that the police showed up and Pappy was in the parking lot with your youngest kid? What happened then?
The police came. We pushed the button. The police came, looked all around, never seen him.
So he could have been the robber. And they would have never known. Or a
Well,
getaway car.
They walked right by us.
But what was going on that day at the bank?
What was going on?
That was an evening.
That was Friday evening when we were ready to close.
And what triggered? Did somebody show up, or did the police just showed up?
The police just no. We called them. And they came and looked all around but didn't find nothing.
Huh.
We felt safe with Shippensburg Place.
Well, tell them about the time up at West End. The West End Bank. The alarm went in. The cops came, and they looked at a couple of you ladies and said, "You go in first."
Yeah. We were to go in first. Yep, that's right.
Grandma, other than the bank, where else did you work?
Bicycle company.
And you worked there before the bank.
Mm-hmm.
And what made you start working?
Him?
Him? Well, your
No,
kids-
it was just evening work, and it worked out for us. Didn't work there very long.
No, you're talking about Beistel.
Yeah.
You worked there at daytime.
Hmm?
You worked there at daytime.
Yeah. For
How old were the kids when you started working?
I don't know. I have
Jeff,
no
it
idea.
would have been Jeff. Probably 2 or 3.
So that was your first job then?
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, dear, you worked to make ends meet. Right after we get married, she would work at the cannery in Roxbury.
Okay.
Go up there, I think Minerva or Rose or somebody worked there,
Mhm.
and then she went up and worked with them. And
Worked 1 season with him, doing tomatoes.
Okay.
Then after the bank, did you have any other job?
You
I
were ta-
retired. 20 years at the bank was enough.
Pat, what was your favorite job that you had? You probably could tell us some stories about work.
my favorite job, my favorite workplace.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that'd have to be at the steam plant at SU was my best job I had, as far as benefits and stuff like that. But I really enjoyed working with my brother-in-law over here, Charlie Kelso. Worked with him, I think 14, 16 years maybe.
Did he help you build the house?
This house? Yeah. Well, I had a lot of jobs. I worked at Valley Pride. I worked at SKF, like 2 months at each place. Pagan Fagans after I retired.
Beistel.
Oh, yeah, in the Beisel. A lot of years there.
Did you have a least favorite job?
Least favorite. It either has to be Valley Pride or SKF.
What didn't you like about it?
SKF, I didn't. It was night shift, just starting. Couldn't handle that. And Valley Pride, too much running around. I ran clear over to Blue Ridge Summit. And what's the camp over there? David. Camp David's over there, right? Yeah, they left me in there for bed right.
So, my last one.
Oh, gee, I was just
Have one more.
having
One more.
fun.
Well, we can. This will get you talking.
Well, I thought I have been talking.
Yeah, but this will be good. These crew, all these people, your kids and your grandkids, your great grandkids.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of all that? Did you ever imagine we'd be such a large group?
No, never.
Is there some throwbacks?
They're your crew too.
They're my crew too. That was an 04.
Yeah, I don't know who was taking these pictures, but there's about half of them not looking at the camera.
Because we probably had 20 cameras, they didn't know which one to look at.
Well, yeah, probably. Well, I don't know.
What do you got? Oh.
That was taken at Caledonia.
Christmas.
Yeah,
No.
the one in the back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the last picture we had before they were great grandkids and not too many spouses yet.
Yeah, well, now don't ask me how many how many grandkids I have,
12.
because I ran out of
12.
fingers. 12 of each.
No.
Well, 12 grandchildren. How many great? Now.
That was a quick question.
Yeah. Well, I don't know either. Lately, haven't counted.
Yeah, I couldn't do the quick math.
12? Do you have 12?
I'm thinking it was 12 of each.
Yeah, I think there's 12.
Did you aspire to have a big family? I mean, we're a pretty big family. Was that the goal? Like,
No. No, it was.
No goal.
No. But I'm glad we did. Hey, they're all great. They're all healthy. Yeah, we've been blessed.
What's your greatest hope for your family?
That they all have good health. What do you have for them?
Well, that would be, yeah, priority would be one thing, yeah. It's just, yeah. Well, the other thing, not what we have for them, but thankful they're all close by. Yeah, that's really great. So it is.
What's your favorite holiday? Thinking back on, did you like our Memorial Day picnics, Christmas, get-togethers, corn soup?
I like Christmas best.
why is that?
Why is that? Because we're mostly all together then.
Well, I'd have to say Christmas, but the reason is the reason for Christmas is because Christ was born and lived and died for our sins. Among others, all the above. Corn soup, Memorial Day, yeah, whatever.
What about all of our little picnics up at the
Camp?
the mountain ground?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
I enjoyed that, yeah.
remember all the ladybugs?
Yeah, yeah. All the ladybugs.
All the ladybugs.
What I remember is Mike getting lost and we didn't know where he was.
How old was he then?
About 9 or 10.
Probably around there, yeah, could be.
We were looking all through the mountain, and when he finally found him, he was coming up the road.
Just went for a walk?
Yep,
He didn't know where he was.
him and Jeff took off and they got separated, and instead of going up, he went up the mountain, but when we seen him, he's coming from the bottom up.
Oh. What about the time you almost lost Chris at the store? Do you remember that? Dad talks about losing her at the store.
Well, I remember that, but I don't remember details about it. Yeah.
What store were we in?
I don't know that even.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was a department store, but I don't know where
I
at.
think he said she was in the next row over. She had wandered
I
around
think
the corner.
like a clothing store, a department store, I think, yeah.
You should ask him these questions.
Yeah, you get back corn soup, and I really enjoyed them. We had them up in the trailer here, yeah.
What about George and Beth?
Good friends, real good friends.
Yeah.
We traveled a lot around over the country together, and well, we just got along good together.
Where was your favorite place you all went?
Was that Nashville?
Probably,
Grand Ole Opry?
yeah, a couple times. Yeah. Dollywood. Yep.
Did you enjoy camping?
Not really.
I guess they. She didn't.
He
I
did.
did, but
Grandma's like me. She
Huh?
can't. You camped in the camper, not out so much.
uh,
No, I was.
I don't know why she never got into camping, but she went.
So, what is one piece of advice you would like to pass on to your family?
Does that include you?
Yeah.
I was only teasing. That you're all good mates when you get married. I know you did. But I don't know about him.
We'll give him time. He's got time.
He's working on it.
There must be girls in Harrisburg.
Maybe. Maybe that's what he's up to.
We're gonna cut this part out, Grandma. We're gonna cut this part out.
Alan doesn't want this in the video. No.
What was the question? What?
What is one piece of advice you would give your family? You can even say just your kids, or your grandkids, or everybody. Or if you have anybody in mind, hey, you can talk to whoever in the video. It's for everybody.
Never whittle towards yourself. Do you want to hear some more?
Yeah.
Never pee against the wind. Never drink water downstream from a herd.
He has them.
Hey, they're good life values to keep in mind. You never know.
That's I could you could say a lot of things about that.
Yeah. Good. Anything else you want to tell your family?
We love them all. Including you.
Yeah, ditto on that. We love them all, and
Oh, good.
we thank God for. Yep.
For a healthy family.
Grandma, I was curious. Was Grandpa? I mean, his sense of humor did he always have a sense of humor?
Pretty much.
Has he gotten ornerier as time goes on?
Oh, I would probably say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, my biggest time when I had a sense of humor around her when I asked her to marry me. She thought I was serious.
And yet you went through with it.
Yeah, well, it's been good.